Now I'd like to call forward Assembly Member Rudy Salas to the stage. Did you want to go ahead and receive on behalf? Jordan.
Oh, yeah. Good morning, everyone. Buenos días. ¿Cómo están? All right, good. Our living legend, Dolores Huerta. Thank you for being here, right? Let's give her a round of applause. Larry Itliong's family. I see Johnny here with the entire family. Thank you guys for being here. Right, all of our elected officials, all of our community leaders. Hi, Mia, how are you? Just recently elected. That's Rob Bonta's wife. And she keeps Rob in line, so that's good. But more than anything, I wanted to make sure that I was out here because it's so important to show that together we are stronger, right? To show that no matter how many decades passed, it still continues to be true today, right? You heard from our treasurer who talked about when they try to pit the different groups against each other, when they try to put the Filipinos and the Mexicans against each other, but Larry and Cesar and Dolores and everybody knew there's strength in unity. There's strength in coming together, right? So whether you have a cigar hanging out of your mouth like Larry, or whether you have a firm handshake to get things done, together is how we're going to move forward. And that's why I'm just so proud to be here today to recognize not only the Larry Itliong Resource Center and everything that the entire Central Valley group has done, but knowing that his legacy, that the legacy and the fights and the struggles that they fought are not forgotten, that we remember them, and that we hold them to our hearts because we know we will continue that fight and struggle for farm workers, for people in our community, people in Poplar, people in Tulare County, people in Delano, people throughout the entire Central Valley, because this is what it's about. It's about making a difference for families. It's about making a difference in our community. And I'm so glad that you guys are here to be a part of that movement. And if you are, I want to hear you say, yes, you will join that movement. I want to hear you cheer. Sí se puede. So on behalf of the state of California, on behalf of my colleagues, I want to present this certificate to Jordan. So on behalf of the state of California, we want to recognize today and just know that we will not turn our backs. We will join you in the struggle. We will join you in that fight. And we're just so happy to be here. So thank you very much. Wow.
Just so everybody knows that this was received by Jordan Ayala, who is also another member of the CVEA. Now I'd like to call forward I think it's Senator Melissa Hurtado's staff. So it will be, is it Eric Cohen? Presenting a resolution today, and it will be received by the Larry Itliong family, and that's Johnny Itliong, if you don't mind coming up, Patty Serta, and Haley Serta. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for the opportunity. The senator wanted to make sure to honor the living members of Larry's family and also the alliance. So we'll go with the family first. There's no way to tell Larry's story and fit it in a proclamation. In honor of Larry Itliong Day, a pillar of the Filipino-American community, Larry Seven Fingers Itliong dedicated his life to advancing working conditions for organized labor, from West Coast asparagus fields to supporting better working conditions for cannery workers in Alaska, Seattle, farm workers harvesting table grapes in the Central Valley. There's no way to list everywhere he's worked, let alone just in California, let alone back east. Larry was there. He joined forces with Cesar Chavez, Dolores Huerta. Larry led the effort to join the Filipino-American and the Mexican-American farm workers into the United Farm Workers. His legacy for advancing farm labor and social justice is now recognized worldwide. It's an honor to meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you. No cigar. They said you'd have a cigar.
A different kind now.
There you go. I also have another presentation for the Central Valley Empowerment Alliance. It's great that you're keeping the dream alive. I've enjoyed many months of visiting and learning more about the history of the labor movement and about Larry and his family. He's a good spokesperson for his legacy.
You guys that have encouraged us in so many ways, and I'm privileged to be a part of this team who's remembering Larry in such a way. In one of the oldest buildings in Papa that's still alive. We had a fire and we just got a brand new roof on it and it's still alive. And it's adobe, it's a dirt, you know. And so forever, yeah. Thank you guys for being here. And thank you, Senator Hurtado for her willingness to come out and spend the time with the community that she represents, you know. And it's good to see and recognize, you know, the contributions to the farm worker movement that was built on unity, and I'm sure we're gonna get right back to it. Thank you, Eric.
We're about to come to a close to this part of the program, but I really wanted to take a moment to really uplift the Yemeni story. It's so important, and we have Aziez is here, and he is from the community. But I think I just wanted to take a moment to honor Naji Daifullah, who is an important part of the United Farm Worker movement and an important story. His story also needs to be told. And this is on the program, but I do want to read it just quickly. That the legacy of the United Farm Workers is the legacy of international solidarity. Among the Latinx and Filipino farm workers who are memorialized for their work in the UFW were thousands of Yemeni and Arab farm workers whose contributions to the union are often forgotten. This legacy is most embodied clearly in the public record of the life and work of Naji Daifullah, one of the most important Arab trade unionists in U.S. history, who was martyred at the hands of a Kirk County police officer in 1973 at the age of 24. So just taking a moment to honor not just Naji Daifullah, but also the continuing work among the Yemeni community, working in solidarity and partnership with Filipinos and Latinos right here in the CVEA. So we're coming to a close for just this part. Y'all know we got a full day ahead of us. We're just trying to close out this part. But I do want to recognize the event volunteers of Poplar. Aziez, Hassan, thank you. Jordan, Iyala, give them a round of applause. Gregorio, Rodriguez, Torres, Leroy Martinez, Jesse Salcido, Natividad and Rodrigo Uderice, Sandra Garcia, Sylvia Almanza, Anis Montana, Israel, Gilbert Grijalva, Carmelita Pablo, Ruth Martinez, Red Cloud Hunter Manuel, Lay Savage, Julian Salcedo, Josefina Duldulao, Marco Antonio Tavares, and Rudy Tavares, and also, of course, I want to just give a shout out to the Bulusan interns, past and present, who came down here. Angela, Alejandro, Nikki, Liv Basas, Catherine de Guzman, Abigail, we know you wanted to be here. Hopefully our next historian of Larry Itliong, Nell Garcia, and Matias Saison. And so that really comes to a close for this part of the program. We have another part, but in the meantime, if you will take a quick bio break, there's plenty of food, bathroom inside the office, and opportunity to get to know each other and mingle, and then we'll come right back and I guess maybe in a few minutes.
He heard about the farming in California, so he left Detroit to come here to the state of California. He got the opportunity to start working in picking grapes. And within 5 years of saving his money, he had the chance to bring in my father. And he also worked alongside my grandfather picking grapes. Once me and my siblings were old enough, my father used to tell us about how hard it used to be working as a farm worker and how they had to fight for a fair living wage. And a fair living wage and fair working rights. And he told us that they used to live in a farming camps and that there used to be around 5,000 Yemenis as farm workers in the Central Valley. They worked with Mexican farm working community and the Filipino farm working community as well. I didn't know much about the Filipino and the Yemeni farm working until I met CVEA. And that's when I learned more about the Yemeni farm workers and how they were involved in the grape strike and the UFW, and about the Filipino farm workers. Without this building behind me and the hard work of Mari Perez and Arturo Rodriguez, the Yemeni farm workers would have been almost forgotten. So to me, this is a dream and a blessing. So you see, my grandfather and my father and all the farm workers from every background fought for us to have a better future and a fair living wage and workers' rights. Thank you all.
We're now going to ask for Gregorio Rodriguez Torres to come up and offer some words as well.
Buenos días, ¿cómo están todos?
Bien.
Comenzaré por presentarme. Mi nombre es Gregorio Rodríguez, soy originario de San Luis Potosí, México. Hace 30 años yo llegué aquí a los Estados Unidos. Este país me ha regalado mucho a mí y a mi familia. Yo soy el segundo hermano mayor de 14. Por lo tanto, vengo de una familia muy humilde por ser muy numerosa. Pero eso no es impedimento para buscar salir adelante. A los 16 años, mi hermano y yo comenzamos nuestro propio negocio, una pequeña panadería, la cual nos dio la oportunidad de venir a los Estados Unidos a trabajar en el Valle Central. Nuestro camino no ha sido fácil. Más adelante mi esposa y yo comenzamos una pequeña panadería, la cual se nos quemó junto con varios edificios. El cual estaba aquí puesto, era una tienda, un salón de belleza y nuestro negocio y parte de CVA. CVA inmediatamente nos ofreció ayuda y nos asesoró en estos momentos tan difíciles. Estoy muy orgulloso de ser tomado en cuenta en CVA y siempre trato de contribuir en lo que puedo porque estoy convencido que Central Valley Empowerment Alliance somos nosotros, nuestra propia comunidad. Esta es la razón por la que yo soy un CVA y ojalá y mucha gente siga nuestro ejemplo y nos unamos a Central Valley Empowerment Alliance. Muchas gracias.